If you want to make instant dreadlocks or maintain frizzy dreadlocks, make sure to pick yourself up a crochet hook from Greatlocs.com. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of Greatlocs. I'm Gunther the Great, and today we're going to be taking a look at an evolution of Iann Dior's dreadlocks. He has some really cool dreadlocks, and if you guys don't know what these are, they are freeform dreadlocks or neglect, but there is a slight difference between freeform and neglect dreadlocks, which we'll cover that in today's video. But before we get started, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and let's get straight into it. So I based these photos off of Iann Dior's Instagram page, and this is the furthest back I found. And of course, this isn't the beginning of his locking stage, but I will still break everything down. So what I usually start off with is the hair type, which really tells you how they can start dreadlocks, or personally for you, how you can start your dreadlocks as well. So his hair type is most likely a 3C, possibly peeking into a 4A. So not so much of a tight curl pattern, but somewhere in the middle. And I believe he is mixed. I know he has black in him. I'm not sure what the rest is, but usually with mixed people, myself included, this is the hair type you kind of expect, somewhere in between. But with this hair type, you can really do anything. You can do the instant locking method with the crochet hook. You can do twisting with gel. You can do sponge rub, depending on what length you have it. I mean, the list really goes on and on. You can freeform just like Iann Dior. And one thing that you'll notice about Iann Dior's hair is he doesn't really maintain it whatsoever, because there's people out there that have freeform dreadlocks, or they call them freeform dreads, and they do some form of maintenance. They'll put rubber bands in their hair to tie everything together. They'll twist it every now and again and just allow it to freeform afterward. But with his hair, I believe he just allowed it to freely form, and that's truly what I believe, because we see so many different sizes. We see a lot of clumping, which eventually turns into, Congos or wicks. And that's really what we see, and we'll see that throughout this video. One thing that's very prominent about Iann Dior's dreadlocks is that big clump of dreadlocks on the left side of his head. Now that in dreadlock terms is a Congo. So it's literally probably about a 10 to 12, or could even be above that, Congo. So essentially a Congo is 2 or more dreadlocks combined into one, with the tips still outstanding the dreadlock. And later on in this video, we see that he actually made a change to his dreadlocks, and it's kind of hard telling what he did, but I'll try to explain it as best possible later on in this video. One thing that I think is really cool about his dreadlocks is he has some really skinny ones up front, and then right next to it, you see it compared to some really thick ones as well. Now, to be honest, I said that he's completely freeform, but looking at his dreadlocks now, he could be somewhat twisting these dreadlocks. Now, obviously, he's not doing any maintenance like using gel or anything like that, but on your free time, when you're just thinking, or if you're just sitting there, if you're on your phone, sometimes you'll just play with your hair and twist it. For me, I always did that when I had my dreadlocks, so I know it's very common for a lot of people, and you'll always notice this on the hairline or the temple of people's dreadlocks, and that's just because that's the easiest spot to get to. But like I said, I always say this in everybody's videos who have freeform dreadlocks, is that I like how they're all diverse. Everybody's is unique and different, and the cool thing about freeform dreadlocks is that they're all different sizes. You have Congos, you have wicks, and you have really skinny dreadlocks, and obviously the skinny dreadlocks will always end up being combined into a thicker Congo next to it, or a thicker dreadlock next to it. But it's kind of inevitable if you're not doing any separation. So here you get a better look of how these skinny dreadlocks are looking, and it's kind of hard to believe that these wouldn't have combined into a thicker dreadlock already. So that just lets me know that he's doing some form of separation, whether it just be regular separation, or like I said earlier, it's where he's just twisting his hair every now and then while he's thinking or bored or just sitting there, because it's inevitable for these to combine into one thick dreadlock, especially for how skinny they are, and especially because of his hair type. But I mentioned earlier that there's 2 types of freeform dreadlocks, which there is freeform and then there is neglect. And the main difference between neglect dreadlocks and freeform dreadlocks is that neglect dreadlocks, you literally do nothing to it. You're not touching it, you're not washing it, you literally only rinse it. And that's what neglect dreadlocks are, and that's the difference between neglect and freeform. With freeform, you would want to wash it, because washing actually promotes the locking process. A lot of people don't know that. They think that you have to not wash your hair in order for it to lock up, but if you don't wash your hair, oils will build up, and then that will prevent your hair from locking up. So it's best to just wash your hair and then keep going through the process of locking up your hair, no matter which method you choose, whether it be freeform, crochet hooking, twisting with gel. You always want to wash your hair. Now this is where we begin to see how thick that Congo is. And I told you that it's inevitable for skinnier dreadlocks to combine into one thick one, because we've seen earlier on in the video that this was about a 10 head Congo. Now it's only a 3 head Congo. And it could be because of separation that he's done. And the next photo will probably explain why we see that this is a 3 head Congo. But you can see the diversity mostly in this photo. You can see those 3 thick dreadlocks in the Congo, and then everything else is really skinny. So it actually leads me to believe that his hair is a 4A, not a 3C. All right, here, this is where we see his hair take a change. We don't see that big 3-head Congo in here anymore. We see that his hair appears shorter. So with that being said, he either combed out his dreadlocks or he cut them. But with looking at his dreadlocks, it looks like they were combed out and then recreated using a crochet hook. And there are some in there that look like they're honestly interlocked. And he's still going for that messy look, but now he's actually going with a maintained style of dreadlocks, which before they were completely freeform, obviously with some separation. But right here, we see some normal sized dreadlocks. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see one back there, and they're all relatively the same size. So that leads me to believe that these are crochet hook dreads. To be honest, they could be dreadlock extensions based on the length of the rest of his hair, because we see his hair being really short up top and those dreadlocks being really long. So that hair up top will not be the same length if we were to lock it up like it is on the right side we see here. So with that being said, he either combed out his dreadlocks or he cut them and then just installed some dreadlock extensions. But this next photo leads me to believe that he didn't get dreadlock extensions, because you see those curls at the bottom of his dreadlocks. That's still keeping the integrity of his natural curl pattern. So what I'm thinking is that he actually cut the top and he left some length to lock up the front of his hair. Now what could have possibly happened is he combed out his original dreadlocks in the front, got tired of combing out his dreadlocks, and then eventually just cut off the back. We've seen this with Sway Lee. I'm sure we've seen this with so many other people as well. And that was one thing that I struggled with as well when I combed out my first set of dreadlocks, is I got to the point where I was almost contemplating of actually cutting off all my hair. So that could be what Iann Dior did, is combed out most of his dreadlocks and then got to the point where he just wanted to cut the rest and then lock up what he had, which isn't really far from how his hair looked before. Still has that freeform style. Now we see his hair starting to resemble how it looked in the beginning. Now it's just a little bit shorter and it does look a little bit more well kept, but at the same time, if he keeps going that route, it's just gonna look the same way that he had it in the beginning. So we've seen him with some really big hair. It kind of shrunk because of the locking process, and then he went to possibly combing out his hair and then locking it back up, and half of that hair was cut off or even could have been broken off from combing out, especially because it's freeform. Freeform dreadlocks are the toughest to comb out, and that's one thing to know. But what do you guys think? Do you think he combed out his hair and then cut off the rest? Or do you think he combed out his hair and then a lot of it was just breakage? Or do you think he cut his hair and then put in dreadlock extensions, which I personally don't think that's what happened. But I want to hear you guys' comments down below. Also comment down below who you guys like to see next. But you guys, like you saw at the beginning of the video, make sure to pick yourself up a crochet hook if you want to maintain frizzy dreadlocks, especially if you don't want to go the freeform route. If you want to go the maintained route, I highly recommend getting a crochet hook. A link is at the top of the description. The crochet hook allows you to instantly lock up your hair so that you can have dreadlocks within a day if you would like, or if you already have dreadlocks, it helps you to maintain frizzy hair. But guys, like I said, comment down below what you'd like to see next. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.